I love it when you're a part of the conversation. The WhatsApp number is 0809 440 You can also tweet at Smooth981 and catch the live stream up on our YouTube channel, Smooth981 FM Lagos. Post a comment on there to just let us know what you think. Rotus, good morning and happy Inauguration Day, if that's a greeting.
I guess it is. Is that a public holiday today or so, or something
Yes.
to that effect? Okay, well, so there's lots for Nigerians to relax and reflect on today.
Awesome. So we're talking about what lies for the economy as Nigeria preps for, can I still call him president-elect?
Yes, he hasn't been inaugurated yet, so
okay.
He's still president-elect, but he's in 24 hours or less than 12 hours. He'll be by this time tomorrow morning. He'll be president. And then we'll see how the court cases go as well.
Awesome. All right. So, what's the significance of today?
Well, I think it's stability of democracy. It's showing a peaceful handover of power from one administration to the next, even though this is a bit different from 2015 in that you are going from one government to a completely new one from the opposition. The opposition has maintained power, and so this is more of like a relay race within the same team, where one of the athletes that has sprinted over a distance is handing over to his teammates on the same team. So Buhari has run his relay race and now is handing the baton over to Tinubu, who campaigned for him back in 2015. But as far as, Nigeria being a beacon of stability to the rest of the continent, that's what's today. So it's I guess historic in that regard that Nigeria since 1999 continues her streak of handing over power peacefully, and that has to count for something.
All right. So there was an inauguration dinner and a gala really on Saturday night, and at that event, Tinubu spoke and basically vowed to fulfill the expectations of Nigerians as he takes office. Do you think that he can actually truly achieve this?
Yeah, he can. I mean, what he has to do is to show Nigerians that he is serious, and he's got to make the bold decisions, which will come with some short-term pain, but will let Nigerians know, it will let foreign investors know, analysts and the like, that he's serious about reforms. There were decisions that were not taken during the last administration that cost the country, and so he can definitely make an impact over the next 4 years by just making those bold decisions. If he delays anything or puts anything off, then it's a signal that we're going to get more of the same. But I've already seen some moves being made, like the Senate, I think on Friday or Thursday last week, looking to amend the CBN Act. And I understand, I think they wanted to raise the cap on borrowing from 5% to 15%, which suggests that we're going to get more borrowing on the way because finances are so hamstrung. So what is he going to do with that borrowing? Is it borrowing just to pay salaries, or are we actually going to see some actual difference? So there's a lot on the table for him, and he's just got to show that he's serious. That's the main thing. It's like a relationship. If you're just starting to date somebody who was making lots of promises to you, actions speak louder than words. So we're gonna have to just see what he does.
All right, so at the gala, he acknowledged challenges like poverty and inconsistent policies, and he did emphasize a commitment to addressing these challenges without making any excuses. What is first on his list, and how can Nigerians actually know that, this president is serious?
It's the fuel subsidy, Zibby. That clock starts ticking in fact, that clock has been ticking since, as far as the budget allocation for subsidies, which ends in June. So he has to make a decision by the end of June. In fact, before he even makes that decision, telegraph your intentions to Nigerians. Don't wait. You see, and this is where the communication comes in. So let's wait for him to get inaugurated. There will be a speech. That inauguration speech, I believe, is a very, very good opportunity for him to lay out what he intends to do quickly. So he can use that speech. He can throw some little nuggets in there for foreign investors, for analysts, for the people of Nigeria to let him know. So he can say, hey, listen, I'm taking office now. And like I said during my campaign, I'm removing fuel subsidies. So everybody brace yourselves. We can't afford them. They have to go. Say it now. He's been keeping quiet since the campaign. I don't believe I've heard anything from him on fuel subsidies. Don't put us in limbo and don't wait until the end of June to just announce it and then prices just shoot up. Make the announcement today. Put it in your speech and say there are a lot of challenges we have. One of the challenges is fuel subsidies, and I'm removing them at the end of the month. So everybody gets ready. Everybody knows what to expect. Transparent speech is something called forward guidance. When companies give forecasts on what they intend to do and blah, blah, blah. Policy guidance, forward guidance. Tell everybody today. Lay it all out in your speech today. Let us know what is coming. Don't wait and surprise it's not really a surprise because it was a campaign speech, but either way, speak early to Nigerians, speak clearly. And he's mentioned policy inconsistency. So that is a policy inconsistency, the subsidy in of itself. So he's got to be clear about that today.
So what is next on the list after the fuel subsidies?
I think it's power. It has to be power. Power is just hampering businesses everywhere. I flew in from Egypt, from Cairo yesterday, and there was a power outage at the airport, right? So when I got, so it was like, hey, welcome back home. So you've got to, and then you can think about that power outage. There's a like what is it? The belt that takes luggage around that was held up, so people were not able to get their luggage on time. And you can think of what power costs businesses in terms of their overheads. So power has to be addressed, and really, really quickly, in order for us to be able to push the economy forward. He's got to do something about power.
Wow. You're listening to Business Express on Smooth 98.1. Let us know what your thoughts are. 0809 444 981. That's the WhatsApp number. You can also tweet at Smooth 981. Ogene Ochuko says, my fierce party loyalty as against competency. Well, the cabinet will indicate whether it is business as usual. All right,
that's
Rotus,
a very good point. Very good. But he has to lay out that cabinet tomorrow. Tomorrow. We need that cabinet tomorrow or the day after. There's no wasting of time. It's got to lay it out quickly.
All right. So you spent a week in Egypt. You were attending the AFDB spring meetings, and we understand that the AFDB president, Akinwumi Adesina, released a statement on Nigeria on Sunday. What exactly did he say?
Well, I mean, he pretty much said that the incoming administration has to move quickly. He talked about the debt. He talked about the slowdown in revenues. He talked about power subsidies. He talked about the need for inclusive growth. He talked about the main things that have been hampering Nigeria's economy and how the incoming administration has to move fast. So again, you are getting this from everywhere. Everybody is saying you've got to move quickly. So that was basically his message. He thanked Buhari for his service. He said, Buhari's support was critical in him becoming African Development Bank president, and so on and so forth. And then he congratulated Tinubu and then went into all the issues that we're facing, saying that they need to be addressed as quickly as possible.
All right, so you were shopping. You went to a mall in Egypt, and you definitely had a lot to say about its retail strength. Could you share that, please?
Yeah, there's in Cairo, there is this just gargantuan shopping mall called, I think it's City Stars. This thing is about 4 4 or 5 stories high. I mean, it makes the Palms Mall and the Ikeja City Mall look like a garage, right? I mean, it is, I'll send you the videos I took of it. You've really got to see the scale of this place just to appreciate it. You know, and I was looking for the biggest malls in Africa. I don't even think it made the top 5. I think there are even bigger malls in South Africa and I think Kenya. But be that as it may, I was just thinking about the amount of power and electricity because they have elevators. The mall, they've got elevators, they've got escalators, air conditioning, lights everywhere. You've got all the popular brands you can think of. Every major US and European brands I haven't seen since the last time I was in the States that were there, right? And so it's 2 things. One, it is an environment that has attracted these brands to come into Egypt. I mean, you step into that place and you think you are in Europe or the United States, right? And the amount of power you would need to power that mall and keep it going. They close at 2 a.m. So Cairo doesn't sleep. I mean, people there can shop until 1, 2 a.m. in the morning. There's a street not far from the mall called, I think it's Abdel Lakot. I hope I'm pronouncing it the right way. It looks like Times Square. It is this long, massive, and their roads are really wide. Long, massive street with big shops on either side, big lights, lots of billboards. And I'm just thinking of power, consistent power. A lot of their power comes from natural gas. I think they're doing about, I don't know, 50-something thousand megawatts over in Egypt. So it's this one power and 2, and then the currency, the strength of the currency. Egypt has had its own currency problems. Their currency has fallen by half from about 15 Egyptian pounds in March last year to 30. But still, the currency buys a lot there, and there are lots of people shopping and so on and so forth. So it just, attracting foreign direct investment, attracting foreign brands, and having stable power. Those are the 2 things that kept, jumping out at me as I was walking around in awe at this shopping mall.
Random, did you get a chance to see the pyramids?
I did not. My trip was so tight and it was so short. I went there for work to go and review what Akinomi Additional and the bank was doing. So I didn't get a chance to do. In fact, we were in Sharm el-Sheikh, which is a resort city. We weren't even in Cairo. So Cairo is where I guess what they did pyramid. Yeah. So next time I'll probably go there again and check it out. Do a proper vacation.
All right. So we're out of time, but I have one last question, though. Will Nigerians be patient with the new president? I mean, how much can he achieve or accomplish over 4 years?
You can accomplish a lot. Nigerians are impatient. They want to see immediate action. That is why it is important to telegraph your intentions, tell Nigerians what you intend to do, and they can measure their expectations if you keep talking on a consistent basis. There are some quick wins he can achieve. And I'm wishing him the best of luck because if he does well, then we all do well, Zibby.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Rotus, for being on the show this morning. Thank you for your messages. Thank you for listening. That's all the time that we have for Business Express. You can keep up with Rotus on his social media page. It's at Rotan Quotes. That's Rotan, KWOT.
Yes, that's correct. Thank you so much, Zibby. Catch you guys tomorrow.
All right. Do stay with us. There is a lot more to come. Smooth breakfast.
Brought to you by InterSwitch. Transactions